Good morning, students. Today we are going to talk about force and pressure. So your chapter number 11 is all about force and pressure. So we will discuss some of the few terms listed here. So the first term is force itself. So let's talk about it. So force, as you are all familiar with this word, the force is nothing but pushing or pulling something. Okay, if you are pulling a box, suppose this is a box and you are pulling it toward yourself. Okay, if you are pulling it toward yourself, then it will be known as force. If there is another box that you are pushing somewhere, like you are applying some force by pushing it, so this will also be known as force. Okay, so we have just talk about it, that what force actually is. The force is nothing but pulling and pushing of an object, and the force is always due to the interaction between two objects. Okay, so what two objects are here is a box and you. Okay, the two objects are you and the box. You are applying some force and the force is being applied on the box here. So this will be known as the force applied. Okay, here also you are pushing the box. Okay, you are pushing the box, and because you are pushing the box, so there will be the interaction between two of you. One, you, and second, the box. There is interaction between both of you. Okay, so that is called force. Now what force do? What force do in our daily life? First of all, as you know about what a cattle puller is, like the bullock, the bull is pushing a cart. Okay, the cart that is also known as बैल गाड़ी in Hindi. Okay, the bull is pulling the cart, and the bull is pulling the cart, so the cart is moving. Okay, so that is a state of motion. Anything that is in motion or is not in motion is called state of motion. Okay, so one is state of motion and other is state of rest. If it is not in motion, then it will be at rest. So what force does is it changes the state of motion. Either it will bring the rest to the motion, like if you are pushing a box. Okay, here is the box and you are pushing, then it will be a force applied, and what it will do is it will change the state of motion. It is at rest and then it will be moving in this direction. Okay, so the one thing is it is changing the state of motion because the box is at rest and now it is moving. So that is why we can say the force is applied and it has changed its state of motion. And the other thing is, if there is a ball, okay, if there is a ball moving toward you, okay, there is a ball moving toward you and you stopped it using your hand. Okay, you have stopped it and it just attained the state of rest. It attained the state of rest. Then it will also be known as motion because there is change in state of motion. Okay, and also there is interaction between two objects, you and the ball. Okay, so here this is in motion and you applied some amount of force to stop it. Okay, then it will become at rest. So this will also be known as the force applied. Okay, because you are applying some force to stop it, that is force applied. Okay, and the other we can learn about the swing. You all know. Okay, what the swing is? झूला है ना, झूला हम पार्क में जब जाते हैं झूला लेते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड स्विंग. सो वन गर्ल इज सिटिंग हियर, ओके, एंड द अदर इज पुशिंग, okay. So firstly it will be at rest. As soon as she push the swing, it will attain the state of motion, okay. It is moving, so it will attain the state of motion. Now it attain the state of motion, it is moving, and then you again are applying the force on it. You again are applying a force on it. So when you apply the force on it, it will increase its speed, it will increase its movement, okay. So first it will be swinging this much, and then you applied some force, it starts swinging this much, okay. So this is what the force does. It also changes the state of motion by increasing the speed, okay. So this is also what force can do. And another thing that force can do, force can do is change in shape, okay. If you are applying the force on an object, it will change its shape also. So if it is changing its shape, so it is not rigid. Now let's talk about rigid. What is rigid? Rigid is something that cannot change its either its position or shape, okay. That is called rigid. So if it is not changing its shape, then it is rigid. The thing that will change its space, change its shape will be non-rigid. It will be something non-rigid substance, okay. So let's take an example of dough. आटा, घर पे आटा लगाते हैं ना, मदर्स डो लगाते हैं, आटा लगाते हैं, तो वो क्या करते हैं, दे अप्लाई द फोर्स ऑन द डो. इफ दे आर अप्लाइंग द फोर्स ऑन द डो इज continuously changing its shape from some shape to another, okay. This is changing its shape. So if shape is also changing by applying some pressure, applying some force, sorry, if the shape is also changing by applying some force, then it will also be known as force applied, okay. So these are the things that force can do, okay. These are the things that the force can do. So what if two boys are pulling the same box, okay. Here is the box, and two boys are pulling the box or pushing the box, okay. So then this box will not move until or unless the one boy is stronger than other, okay. If this boy is stronger than other, then it will move a little bit this side, okay. If it is if this one is strong, then it will move toward this side, because the force applied is more over here and less here, okay. So this is the concept of force, okay. So the force are of two types, okay. The force are of two types. One is contact force and other is non-contact force. So let's discuss about both of them. First of all, contact force. What contact force is? The force that is in contact with the other object, okay. The force, whenever we are applying the force by being in contact with something, like if you are pushing the box and it is in contact with this ground, and you are also in contact with this box, then it will be known as contact force, okay. So also there are two type of contact forces. One is muscular force. Okay. What is muscular force? the force that is between our muscles. Okay, so as the muscles are acting, okay, as the muscles are acting, they are providing us some energy, something that we can apply the force on something, or we can move, or we can walk. Okay, so these forces that are applied by our muscles. Okay, for example, I am moving my fingers like this, so my muscles are applying the forces on one another, so that is why I am contracting and decontracting. Okay, so these are called muscular force. Okay, the muscular forces are contact force, because the two muscles are in contact with each other. That is why they are called muscular force, and that is why the muscular force is called contact forces, because they are in contact with each other. And the other example is friction. Now friction is very interesting force, and it is also one of the most important forces. Okay, the friction force. Friction force is the force that is against the direction of force that we are applying. So we are moving this force in this direction, then force of friction will apply on this direction automatically. So what happens? Why does the frictional force is being applied automatically? We are not even applying the frictional force; it applies by itself. So how does that happen? If we are moving this box toward this direction, so it is in contact with this ground. It is in contact with the ground. So this ground will exert some force. Okay, this ground will exert some force. The force will be in such a way that it will just change the state of the motion. Okay, we are applying the force. Okay, we are applying the force to change the state of the motion from rest to motion. Okay, but this frictional force will be opposite to this force. This will bring the motion toward the rest position. Okay, so if we just applied the force, let's say it also have the wheels. Okay, it also have the wheels, and it is moving in this direction. We've just pushed it toward this direction, and we just let it go. Okay, now what will happen? The ground will exert some force toward this. Okay, let's take the ground as the plain ground. There is no slant, there is no this type of height in the way of the motion. Okay, so this is the plain ground, बिल्कुल सीधा रास्ता है, कोई ढलान नहीं है. ठीक है, so then the force will be applied by the ground toward the object. ठीक है, the force is applied by the ground to the object. So this will be the force of friction. What it does, it minimizes the speed of the object, it minimizes the motion, so that the object will attain the state of rest at some point. Because if there will be no force of friction, the object will keep moving in the same direction. Okay, so the accident could happen. Our brake system, like we are moving in a car, then we applied the brake when we want, and the car stops. If the force of friction doesn't exist, haven't exist, then what will happen? What would have happened is the car will keep on moving in that direction, and this will cause an accident. So the force of friction is a good force. Okay, the force of friction is a good force. So it is very important in our life, but it also affects our life, because it keeps on tearing the machinery parts, and it tears off the tires of the car. Okay, the car के जो टायर होते हैं वो खराब होने लग जाते हैं. That is also because of this force. Because अगर फ्रिक्शन होगा गाड़ी के टायर और ग्राउंड के बीच में, यानी कि कुछ रगड़ लगेगी, तभी वो गाड़ी रुकेगी. So that is also the reason behind tearing the tires. Okay, that is the force of friction that does that all, but it is very important in our life. Okay, these are two contact forces. Now the non-contact force. Non-contact force. What the non-contact forces are, they are not in contact with the object. Okay, so one object is applying some, exerting some force toward the other object, but they are not in contact, then this will be known as non-contact force. Okay, this will be known as non-contact force. So non-contact force example will be magnetic force. Magnetic force. Okay, so you have a magnet, and you are attracting a nail with it, or any metal piece. Let's say this is a metal piece and this is a magnet. You are attracting this magnetic piece or iron piece toward this magnet. This force will be known as magnetic force. So the force that is exerted by a magnet toward a magnetic object is called magnetic force. Okay, that is so simple. So what magnetic force do, it pushes or pulls an object. It either attracts or repels the object. Okay, let's take another magnet here. Either it will attract the magnet or it will repel the magnet. Okay, या तो ये अपनी तरफ खींचेगी या दूसरी तरफ धकेल देगी. ठीक है, both could be the cases. So this is the magnetic force. Now the another force will be gravitational force. Okay, gravitational force. Now the force of gravitation or gravitational force is also a non-contact force, because in this kind of force there is no contact between two objects. For example, this is an earth and this is moon. So moon is revolving around the earth in this orbit, but it didn't go away. Why it didn't go away? ये दूर क्यों नहीं जाता अर्थ से? The reason behind it is it is being attracted by the earth by the force of gravity or gravitational force. That is the reason. Okay, so there is no contact between these two. There is no contact between these two. There is no string attached. Okay, there is no string attached, but also it is attracting it toward itself. So that will be known as gravitational force, and gravitational force is non-contact force. Okay, there are many other forces like electrostatic forces. What electrostatic force is? Whenever you comb your hair, okay, whenever you comb your hair, you finished combing your hair, then after that you put the comb on a piece of paper without touching it. Okay, just like this. Okay, this is a comb. Let's say this is a comb and you are attracting some piece of paper laying on the ground. Okay, laying on the ground. What happens is it got attracted by this comb. These paper will be attracted by this comb, and these particle will stick on the comb. Okay. Okay, why does that happen? There is an electrostatic force between them. In electrostatic force is due to the rubbing of one thing with the another. This mainly exists between rubber and plastic. If you are rubbing a rubber or a plastic with another surface, then it will generate the electrostatic force. What electrostatic force does? It attracts the piece of paper toward it. Okay, that is the electrostatic force. Also, there is no contact between these two. There is no contact, but still it is attracting. Still it is exerting some force. So that is why it will be known as non-contact force. Now pressure, our last topic is pressure. What is pressure? Pressure is whenever we are applying a force on a particular area. Okay, whenever we are applying a force on a particular area, like I am applying the force using my finger on this much area, on this much area. Now I am applying the force on this particular area, then this will be known as pressure. Now pressure is being applied by one object to the other object. Okay, the force is also playing a role in this. Okay, the force is also playing the role in this. Okay, the force that is being applied, even if I am punching this, even if I am punching this board, or even if I am applying the force by just pointing the finger, by the poking the finger here, this will be known as pressure. Now the formula for pressure is force upon area. This is the formula for pressure, and units of pressure are Pascal. Pressure also helps us in different ways. If we are hitting a nail, hammering the nail on the wall. Now why is this point structure at one end of the nail and there is not a point structure on this area? Because here you are saying is the area is larger here and the area is less here. Okay, this is the least area point and this is the highest area point of this nail. Okay, why we have made this nail like this? Because as the area decreases, the pressure will increase. Okay, as the area decreases, the pressure will increase. What this means is, if we are hitting a nail, we will be requiring a less amount of pressure. Okay, but if the nail is in this structure, if the nail is like this, okay, this is a bolt. This is a bolt. If we are hitting this with a hammer, hammering it in the wall, then it will be hard to hammer it in the wall. Like this will be easy to get pushed in the wall, and this will be harder to push it into the wall. Okay, so the concept of pressure is applying here. What pressure does, if we are minimizing the area, then it will be easy to push it in the wall. Okay, so this is the concept of area. This is the concept of pressure. Okay, the topic we have covered is force. What force can do? It can change the shape. It can change the state of motion. And after that, we have discussed about contact force, and we have discussed about two important forces. One is muscular force, and the second is force of friction or frictional force. And then we have talked about non-contact force that are not in contact. Okay, so these were the magnetic force, electrostatic force, and gravitational force. Now the concept of pressure we have discussed, and this is it for today. See you next time.